my God, this is Traci Harrell, and this is Bigger Than Me. And you might be wondering, well, what happened to the other music? The song that we used to use was called Bigger Than Me by Leandra Johnson. Love, love, love that song. It's my theme song for my life, but it's a copyrighted song, so we really couldn't just keep using it, apparently. I thought, there's something called, what is it called when you can use a clip of a song? Something...
Fair use?
Air use. So there's you can use a short clip of a song, which is what we were doing. But when we post these videos on YouTube with that music, it kind of puts a copyright on the whole thing. And so, nobody needs that. So I'm going to reach out to Leandra Johnson. And if you're watching, hey, we want to bond with you and use your song. But in the meantime, did that sound like a Nathan, who's my producer, who loves me? What did you say when you heard this song? I said, Nathan, can you give us something? I need something.
I knew you were going to like it so much that I didn't even tell you what it was going to be. I was just going to go right to playing it because it just screamed Traci Harrell all over it.
Hey! Did you hear that female James Brown concept that was going on? That was really good. So thank you very much, Nathan. So you are watching Bigger Than Me. And Sarah, can you give out the phone number?
Sure. Our phone number is to call in, 425-373-5527.
Can you give your email too?
1 minute.
You can give mine. My email, that won't help. Sarah, I can't find your email address, my dear. I want you to join us today. I'm having technical issues. So call the station if you can, and Nathan will give you the StreamYard to join us. So we're having some technical issues today, but we're going to just do what we do, right? Bigger Than Me is all about helping you to live your best life. It really is about creating a space where we take research, just well-known facts. I feel like it's a giveaway. It's a gift to the universe. Like, we know there's some age-old truths, ageless wisdom that we know about when it comes to being successful in life. And so what we do with Bigger Than Me is we bring on people and we just tell stories. We bring you information because we want you to live your best life. So when I say it's bigger than me, I mean it's bigger than me. But together, it's not bigger than us. I don't even know where I'm looking, Nathan. Is it here? Here. Okay, thank you. Okay. So what I love about today's show is we're going to do three things. Some people are going to join us when the universe says that is appropriate. When they're able to join, if they're able to join, and if not, what I'm going to do today is we're going to talk about three things. First, Bigger Than Me diversity. Bigger Than Me diversity is the first segment. It's really a leadership journey. I am a coach. I've been a success coach for a while. 3 years ago, I started a series called the Bigger Than Me Success Series. But I've not been a certified success coach until now. So what I am doing is I get to now up-level everything I've been doing and take it to a whole nother level. I'm actually being certified through Success Magazine, which is the oldest, most appreciated, well-known, highly acclaimed magazine in the area of success. Personal empowerment, professional development, all the things that we want. And so I'm being certified by Success Magazine. So there's a whole community of success coaches. How perfect is that? If I'm a success, if I'm leading a series called the Bigger Than Me Success Series, and now I'm going to be a certified success coach, it's pretty exciting. And what this really is about is me being able to take what I've been doing and really up-level it. You know, they say you are the product of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So shouldn't I be spending time with success coaches that are even more successful? So what the show is about is really you, helping you to be more successful. And what coaches do is all we do is talk. We connect with you. We help you to live your best life. And part of that struggle today is the conversation around leadership. So Bigger Than Me diversity is the first topic we're gonna address today. The second topic is actually going to be called Bigger Than Me diversity, and I'm being very clear about my segments. Bigger Than Me, my destiny. It's very aligned with diversity because my destiny is to help people with this space around leadership and living their best life. But my destiny is also about you living out your destiny. It's about you living out your dreams, being successful in whatever goals you've identified or things you've longed for. My destiny is about how do you achieve your destiny. So I'm super excited about that. Bigger Than Me, Living Free, I'm kind of combining that. It really was meant to be a separate segment, and it will be in the future starting in January. But if you think about my destiny and my living free, it's this idea of health and wellness. One of the things that these success coaches did, I'm picking up the book because it says success coaching certification. It's my way of holding and hugging my people, right? But what they did for me day one is they helped me to realize that I have to take my level of activation, my level of personal accountability to a whole nother galactic level of excellence. As a success coach, I can't have areas in my life where I'm not also pursuing success, pursuing betterment, optimization. And so one of the things I'm doing is losing weight. So if you see right here, there's some, I call these my success sacks. Can I lean out? That's just a fact. Thanks, Nathan. He's like, let me pull out for you, Tracy. They're obvious from a distance. There you go, people. So thank you, Nathan. Hold on, let me talk a little bit about living free. These are my success sacks. And so if you didn't know that they were real, they really are real. And what's exciting about it, it's like the perfect, when you have a before and after picture, I gotta have this. People are not gonna believe how when this turns into a six-pack, you're not gonna believe that I ever had this success sack. But I do. So thank you, Nathan. Thank you. Oh my God, he loves me, don't you? He's laughing. So I called it a success sack because, as I mentioned in the past, young Tracy, first grade Tracy, she actually thought that, isn't she adorable? This is first grade Tracy. She'll be my guest for today since no one else could get on. First grade Tracy, look how adorable she is. She was missing her 2 front teeth. Is that a cutie or what? First grade Tracy remembered having to eat food that she didn't like. And she used to say, when I grow up, I'm going to be able to eat whatever I want, whenever I want it. She was a bit of a brat. She was pouty when she had to do things she didn't like. She was a straight A student, so she didn't often have to do things she didn't like. She was a brat, in that sense. And so I say that because if in my head I actually believe being able to eat whatever I want, whenever I want is the definition of success, if I actually believe that is how I reward myself for being good, for doing good, for helping others, that's what I thought up until now, people. So even though the weight has not completely, has not mostly, probably has not at all been released, I'm going to do a live weigh-in. It may have even gone up, but that's okay too. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So then the rest of the show, maybe when others can join. Nathan, I'm going to have you be a witness. So come over here and see what it is. So guys, the reason this is important is because the number probably went up. But what accountability says is, who cares? I still got to weigh in live. Oh, thank you. I still have to weigh in live because I said I would. And Nathan has to come over here and be a witness. Damn, Nathan. It's moving. Let me just stop moving. Come on, come over here. So it doesn't matter what the scale says because the truth is I'm already a winner. Can you come see the number? Can you come see? So,
there's no number.
Oh, okay, I'll do it again. You got to come fast. So I'm already successful. So let me tell you what I did thanks to my success coaches. I have worked out 3 days in a row, which for me is a miracle, more than I have in 3 years. What's the number? Okay, he's coming back to do the broadcast.
300.8.
Oh boy, that's about 0.7 pounds higher than it was last week, I think. So it's okay. That means the numbers haven't gone down yet. And that's okay because there was something that they said, success is a journey, right? It's a journey. Doesn't mean I'm not working the process because I am. I worked out 3 times in a row and I decided I'm going to work out every day, at least 5 times a week, for 30 minutes a day, online, live on my Facebook channel. And I've done it for 3 days. And let me tell you why that's so important, because success is showing up for yourself. Success really is deciding that you are going to be there for yourself. Success is deciding what your big goal is. And for me, it's helping other people. So I wasn't working out because that was kind of boring, and who wants to work out? And I hate sweating. At least that's what I used to say. Now I really like sweating. My hair actually likes it when I sweat too. For some reason, it gets curlier. So I'm now loving a good sweat. So what the guy at Success told me 3 days ago, he asked me the question. He said, so tell me about your big goal. What would you like to do in 2022? I said, well, I need to release about 100 pounds. He said, what is it going to take for you to do that? And I said, well, I need to get on that machine over there at least 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. He said, and so why aren't you doing that? And I said, I don't like sweating, and I know I'm busy. And he's like, but so if we talked a little bit about your goal, your success goal, what you deem as your dream, one of your dreams, something that gets you super excited, what would that be? And I said, well, I'm on the TED Talk stage and I'm talking about, my internationally best-selling books. I have 3, but my own, right, books that talk about the work that I'm doing as it relates to equity and inclusion and how I'm connecting that work with my own personal journey of weight loss. And he said, oh, really? Tell me about that. I was like, well, the same principles that apply to success, to being successful at any goal, applies no matter what the objective is. So he said, so you're going to use your personal journey to help others, and helping others is what really motivates you. I was like, yeah, that's exactly right. He said, sounds like, so basically he didn't even say anything else. So I was like, sounds like I need to be getting on that machine. He said, you tell me. Sounds like I need to get on that machine. The reason he made me talk it out is because when you author it, you own it. He didn't say you need to be getting your 300-pound stuff on that machine, girl, if you're trying to release some weight. Because I would have been like, yeah, I probably should. But when you author it, you own it. So I had to author that. I authored that for myself, and it was so freeing. It was like, guess what? Guess what I'm going to do? So I'm making another declaration, right? And I did that on Facebook. Now I'm doing it right here, live on the radio, whether we're doing this show live or not, because right now I'm sponsored through January. Not quite sure what's going to happen after that, FYI. But if you go to my Facebook, you can find me. And I'm also going to start doing LinkedIn Lives as well. The workouts are just going to be on Facebook. LinkedIn is going to be more professional presentations around success. But while I'm working out, I'm going to be talking about success. I'm going to be talking about what makes me successful, what will make you successful. I'm reading from this manual. I'm talking about other books I've read. I'm also going to play music. I'll have some times where it'll just be music and we'll be listening to music, but I'll do that every day for 30 minutes. I just wanted to put that out there into the universe. Nathan, has anyone else joined us? Well, I'll just keep working it out. Okay, so. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So what's super exciting, here, can you take my phone and find Sarah, please, in Facebook and give her this information? Remember Blonde Sarah? She and I wrote in this book together. You know what I'm talking about. Sarah. 2, 3. I better not broadcast my password on the radio. Thank you, sir. Thank you. We were messaging on Facebook. She's in Australia. So if you can find her, that would be great. Okay. So, and then there's Dr. Stephanie Wynn. She was also supposed to be on. And that's all I can say. So, and then Dr. Lamar White. So I had 3 doctors, 2 doctors and someone from Australia that were confirmed to be on today. So lots of technical issues. So what I am excited to share with you today is that as a success coach, as a certified success coach, what I'm now going to do is to put my personal business out there, my personal journey out there to show people how it can be done. How basically you find something that you love, that you want to do, that aligns with your values, and you just do it. You just take action. And it sounds easier than it is, but I've worked out. Last night, I literally woke up at midnight. It was around 11:50. And I hadn't worked out, and I, full disclosure, I was preparing for this other event that I'm doing, that we're leading on Thursday. We're going to talk about that right now. I was preparing for that event. I posted it on Facebook. There's a beautiful flyer, which Nathan is about to show to you in a second. There's an amazing video that we're going to show with some leaders from the National Black MBA Association. I posted that video too on Facebook, and I posted it on LinkedIn. I put it on I'm president of the National Black MBA Association, M for Masters in business administration, MBA, not NBA. So we posted it all online, and I thought, okay, now, I need for people to see that event that's going to be this Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And you can go to our website, which is seattleblackmba.org or nbmbaa.org. You can go to the national site as well to find it. That's N for National Black, NB for National Black, MBA for Association, and then another A for, anyway, you got it. So what's super exciting is I got excited I almost talked myself out of the workout. I almost talked myself out of doing what I know would have helped me to be successful. But once you connect your true beliefs and your identity to that thing that you need to do, it was like you can't talk yourself out. And I'm an expert at rationalizing workouts away. An expert. But it was like, but that's my dream. Like, I can't not do the thing that's going to help other people. So I got up and I just worked out, and it was so cool. It wasn't like I had to. I just wanted to. How cool is that? So then my ask to you for this first few minutes of the show is to ask you to think about something you want to accomplish. Think about a goal that you want to accomplish in any area of your life. And as I pull this book back together, what I love about the success coaching strategy is that they provide this coaching model. See if I can put that here for you. Right? It looks like a flower, but it really talks about these 5 areas of your life. Your purpose. So if it goes clockwise, right? So your purpose, put it like that. Your purpose, wellness. Let me slow down. The 5 areas are purpose, wellness, relationships, social, and business. Each of those 5 elements have 2 areas of focus that you can use to optimize your life. So basically, what we do as coaches is we ask people to assess their life, full circle, end to end, right? And these are the areas that represent most people's lives. So if you think about your purpose, the question is, where are you on a scale of 1 to 10 when you think about spirituality? I'm pretty high up there. That's my top priority. Nothing is more important to me than my spirituality and my quest to be, for my creator to say, well done. So I'm probably a 9.5 there. Growth and learning. So under the section of purpose, when I think about growth and learning, once again, I'm probably a 9.5 there. That's what motivates me, is really living my best life. Being my best, learning more, helping others to learn more and to do their best. Wellness is the next area. And as it relates to health and fitness, I would rate myself probably on a scale of 1 to 10. I talk about it a lot. So in theory, it's a, oh, can you send her the, she doesn't have the StreamYard. Oh, okay, perfect. So yay. Okay. So, so as it relates to health and wellness or health and fitness, I rated myself a 2, because I don't eat a bunch of crap regularly. Like, I don't sit around and eat Oreos and soda on a regular basis. So I'm not like a total crazy person, right? But I do reward myself with delicious things whenever I want to. At least I used to. Like, I used to think, remember, that I should be able to eat what I want whenever I want. Now I think my body is a temple and I need to fuel it with healthy foods. So I've actually already changed my beliefs on that one. So I'm feeling pretty good about it now. Yes, you could be 300 pounds and feel like I'm about a 6 now. Yes, already. Because I've decided, hey, I know what to eat. I know how to make better choices. I know that I should and I want to. I know how to drink water. This is good. I'm now working out 30 minutes a day, somehow being physically fit, and I want to. So I'm now a 6 that fast because my beliefs have changed, which means my actions can change. My feelings about it has changed. My thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and actions, they're all kind of moving in the right direction there. So I'm feeling pretty good. Now the weight is just going to come off. Like, success for me is a mind game, and the weight is just going to come off. So you'll see that happening shortly. The other thing under wellness is fun and recreation. Well, this is fun for me. Can you imagine? Talking to people, helping people out. This is truly fun for me. I'm going to have you close that blind out of the way because there's like oh, you can't. That's it. Okay. Fun and recreation. I'm pretty comfortable there. I have a garden. I have birds in the backyard, and so I definitely know how to connect with nature. That's kind of my main fun and recreation. And then so again, I'm back to this wheel. This is super exciting. I'm doing the work for you, so you can do it yourself. So again, if the top section is purpose, focused on your spirituality and your growth and learning, and the second section is wellness, and under that is health, fitness, and fun and recreation. The guys, when you're doing a true self-assessment, you have to be honest, right? It's just between you and you. You, me, myself, and I, as they say. So I had to be honest. I was pretty low. The next section was relationships, love, and then family and friends. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, but ever since I was already going down this path, right? Because I'm writing a book called Are You Woke? WOKE. Are you willing to optimize kind of everything? I've trademarked that term because I have an entire series of books that are being written, and that's what they're called. Are you woke? WOKE. Are you willing to optimize kind of everything? You heard it here first. So it's already gone to a trademark attorney. I'm super excited about it. And as I was writing, my honey knew that I was writing about it. And there were things about our relationship that we've been together for 14 years. He's an amazing individual, but, I was expressing concerns about A, B, and C, mostly transparency. He's an English guy, half English, half Nigerian. He's an absolutely amazing gentleman. He's hot. He's nice. He's sweet. He's super smart. All the things a woman would want. He's just not as transparent as I would like. So much so that he's in South Africa right now and I don't know his address. Unacceptable. Can you give me a sound effect? So I broke up with him. Give me some applause. Yay! Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. So I ended the relationship, not because he's not amazing, but because if I had to be honest with myself about my love relationship, come on. If I'm coaching somebody and they told me that you don't know where your honey is, you don't have his address or know his mother's, family's information, Traci, there would be no question what I would tell someone else. So can I really live my life? No. So that was basically it. Like, being a success coach has a different level of accountability. So we'll keep moving. So under relationship is love and family. And again, he's wonderful. Full disclosure, the love part of me breaking up with him after 14 years is affecting my health and wellness part, because at one point I thought I may need a Haagen-Dazs moment. I really don't. Ice cream is not going to help me get over this. I need to feel my feelings. I cried on my way to church today. But celebrated on my way home. I'm going to go through some emotions about it and feelings about it, but I know the right thing to do is the right thing to do, right? I'm doing exactly what I was supposed to do. So it's all good. I'll keep moving. I see somebody coming on, which is going to be awesome, but I'll keep going. So assess your relationship. The next part of that is family and friends. And I've been so blessed. I'm probably at a 10.10 on that one, on the scale of 1 to 10, because I have some friends who love me, who talked to me about this kind of breakup and said, hey, it's okay to cry. You always try to be so strong and you are a nice person, but it's okay to cry. So it just so happens, I think Dr. Wynn is a relationship coach. So we'll come back to that one. I don't need any coaches. I'm feeling pretty good, but we'll talk about it and help others hopefully on a journey. But the choices that I've made are really for me to make sure I'm holding myself accountable and holding the people around me accountable as well, right? So the next area is social, environmental, and community. Everything I do is for others. My show is called Bigger Than Me because I'm doing this work to change the status quo, to change the community, to change the system, to change everyone who's involved. This is all about making sure that we can help and create a new landscape, a new normal, higher levels of awareness, action, and accountability in business and leadership. That's what my community involvement is all about. And then if I think about business, so work and money and finance, that's the blue pedal. So if you look here, again, you got purpose, you have wellness, you have relationships, you have social, and then you have at the very top, business. So you think about those areas of your life and assess yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. And when it comes to work and business, I'm doing what I love. There's a Japanese term that's called ikigai. Let me know when Miss Dr. Stephanie's ready. So there's a Japanese term called ikigai, Ikigai. Look that up. And basically it's this concept of saying you have reached your perfection in life when you find the thing that you love to do, something that you do well, where there's a need in the universe and where you can get paid. So what I've been doing for the past few years since I left corporate America, again, I spent 25 years being successful in corporate America. 8 years at IBM, working both domestic and international, New York, North Carolina, Mexico City, Rio, Brazil, South Florida. And then I worked 14 years at Disney, all in Florida. And then I moved from Florida to Seattle for Microsoft. And I worked for Microsoft for 5 years. And since I left Microsoft, I became an international bestseller. And I worked a lot in nonprofits. Nonprofits, I'm not making any money. I literally cashed in my 401k from Microsoft to finance this part of the work. Like, I had work to do, things I wanted to do. But that's the reason I'm able to get a bunch of books out now really quickly, because I have done all the research. I got all the people, right? I've done thousands of interviews. So I feel pretty good about next steps. Let me know when who is that? Is that Dr. Wynn?
That's Adam Dibba.
Oh, it's okay. So Adam Dibba will come on, and for Africans on the Eastside will come on in about 15 minutes. Yay. So I will keep moving. Thank you very much. So what the ask for you all is to think about each area of your life and decide how and if you want to join. So, Sarah made it on. Great. So while Sarah's getting her act together, or she's getting technically on, I'm going to have you play the video, the 5-minute video of some leaders that I am affiliated with as it relates to the National Black MBA Association. So we'll call this Bigger Than Me Diversity. Go ahead and kick off the Bigger Than Me Diversity. Hello, this is Traci Harrell. I'm president of the Seattle chapter of the National Black MBA Association. I'm also president of It's All Bigger Than Me Consulting, and Joe has been a part of some amazing sessions we've done. This is Joe Handy, our national president, and we're focused on equity and inclusion. If any organization can make systemic change, it's the National Black MBA Association. So I'm gonna have each of these amazing people introduce themselves and tell us, why is equity and inclusion so important, and what are we gonna do? What are you ready to do as a leader of the National Black MBA Association? We'll start with you, Joe.
My name is Joe Handy. I'm President and CEO of the National Black MBA Association, as Traci stated. Traci and I have a long history of having conversation about this very topic. And one of the things that we see that resonates within our community is the need to be able to have a voice for our community, and the need to have people, companies in particular, live beyond the hashtag and so that there is focus and emphasis in what they're doing beyond what they're saying. So instead of just putting a plaster on their website, we want to see where those dollars are going. We want to ensure that they're going into serving our community, as was stated in public statements. So we want to make sure that we're holding them accountable and creating a scorecard of where they were then and where they are now. So we're looking at developing all of those processes and having them in place to ensure that diversity, equity, and inclusion is not just something that they're talking about, but it's actually something that they're doing and they're feeding.
I love it. So you're chapter president and you're part of the board.
So I'm a former chapter president for Memphis, but hi, my name is Leslie Coleman. I am Vice President, Chief Diversity Officer for Nutrien, and I'm also Chair of the HR Committee for the Board of Directors for the National Black MBA. Super excited to be here. Of course, diversity means a whole lot to me. But one of the things that one of our folks said on our spotlight was talking about a culture of care. That's what the National Black MBA provides to all of our members, and also folks who are constituents and colleagues of the National Black MBA. Super excited that we allow people to bring their whole selves to conference, and also give them confidence in bringing and taking their whole selves to work. Glad to be here.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Donald Comer, and I am the chair of the National Board of Directors of the National Black MBA Association, a longtime, lifetime member, and I'm excited to be here this morning. Diversity and inclusion is what we're all about. We are unapologetically Black, and it is our mission to make sure that we advance the causes that enrich lives for people of color and those who look like us. I am totally invested in HBCUs, and I love what the national organization is able to do to move forward the agenda in that particular space. When you look at the span of a career, it's learning, earning, and returning. And we want to touch at every phase of that. We want to grow, we want to develop people, we want to enrich the lives of HBCU students. So we want to balance the scales, give them an equal place at the start of a race, and then propel them to compete and be successful.
I love it. We have another board member with us today. Tell us who you are. Why is equity? Why is inclusion
even more important than equity, diversity, because when they bring us in, they have to keep us.
Sir.
Let's talk about inclusion.
Sir, my name is Cassius Butts. I'm former White House official with the Obama administration. I'm currently Chief Strategy Officer for Global Leader Group. It is important for us to have inclusion to be at the forefront of every conversation, particularly in today's time. The reason why the National Black MBA Association has an emphasis on inclusion is because we have to have an even playing field just to get ahead. There's no other place other than the National Black, which I like to call National Black.
I think we all like that.
Can you like that?
I
like
do.
that.
We all like that.
You like
We all
that?
like that.
I like that. It gives us the opportunity to really identify ourselves and also allow other folks on the external side of our organization know who we are. This organization has been around for over 50 years, and we want to make sure that people know that what we are about, what we have to offer. We have a lot of professional opportunities, professional development initiatives that help corporate endeavors of people who are looking to go into different endeavors. And so it's important. Our board chair has been exemplifying that for a number of years. He's been dedicated to it. Our new CEO, Joe Handy, comes from the world of making certain that everyone has an opportunity for inclusion, no matter whether you're in Seattle, Washington, or Florida, or even right here in Chicago, Illinois.
And by the way, we're in Chicago for the 43rd annual conference. The organization was founded here 52 years ago. So this is just the first of many conversations. We really are creating an inclusive environment where everyone can thrive. So there's more to come. Our theme is renew, refresh, and reset for this conference and for the year. We want you to renew and reset your idea of what inclusion looks like. More to come. Thanks.
I love that. Do you love that video? Hey, Sarah, I hear you've joined us. How are you?
Hi, I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Excellent. I see three of us. I think there's going to be two of us momentarily. So how have you been? Would you like to introduce yourself? I have our book right here.
Great, yes. Hi, my name is Sarah, and I'm a fellow author in the Ignite Happiness book that we have there.
Yes. Sarah and I wrote together in a book called Ignite Happiness. And Sarah, what I love about you is, even though that video that just played was about diversity, and you're where? Where are you located?
Right now, I'm in New Zealand. I'm originally from the UK, but we've been here a couple of years now. We had different plans, but with the world as it is, we've decided to stay put in New Zealand for the moment.
I love it. So you're from the UK, you're in New Zealand. I just showed a video about diversity, right? I showed a video that was about, it was called Unapologetically Black, Fostering Inclusion and Living Beyond a Hashtag, right? And I like to actually connect the idea of igniting happiness, right? Igniting possibilities, all those things with igniting inclusion. What are your thoughts about inclusion? If you had to just share with people why inclusion was important, what would you say? And just any lessons learned you want to share? We only have a few minutes. We'll bring you back on another time, but tell us a little bit about inclusion.
To me, I think, because I've traveled quite a lot over the years with my children and also before children. And the one thing that travel, the gift it's given me, is to realize that the commonalities that we all have as humans on a planet, we may look different on the outside, but we all have the same desires, we all have the same needs, we all have the same challenges. And that's what unites us. And I think that it's so easy to look for the differences between us rather than looking for the similarities. And it's when we look and seek for the similarities that we have between each other, even though we may be from a different culture, we may live in a different country, we still, at our core, as humans, as people, we all want to be loved. We all have those same needs. And when we find the similarities, I think it joins us closer together. When we're looking for those links, when we're open to the possibilities of what is it that connects me to this other person, then we're really coming together, which makes us stronger as people, to go forward, to create a better world, to create more possibilities for our future.
Yes, yes, and yes. That's why she's here, people. If you were wondering, why is this lady from New Zealand here who has that cute accent and she's talking about inclusion? Really? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So, Nathan, show the flyer. Sarah, hopefully you can join us. If not, we're going to play this clip. We're going to play it during this session that we have scheduled for this upcoming Thursday. It's Thursday, December 9th, 6 to 7 p.m. Now, for people who they're going to watch this whole video later, thank you, Nathan, for sharing that. You can go to NB, so www.nb for National Black, and then go to mba.org. For M is in, NB for National Black, MBA for Masters in Business Administration, another A for association.org. So you can go there and actually go to programming, and you'll see a link where you can register for that particular event. You can also go to seattleblackmba.org. It should be there as well. You can go to my Facebook. The link should be there as well. But basically, we want people to realize it's just one session in a series, in a strategic initiative that's focused on change. So, Sarah, let me just talk to you again real quick. What you just talked about was this idea of uniting based on our similarities, right? I think you and I have very similar mindsets as well. I've had you on the show before, and we've talked about how this concept of success. Did you hear that I'm going to be a certified success coach?
Right?
Awesome. It's a huge deal. But in theory, we both know, we already know that there's certain keys to being successful, right? We know that. There's certain things, ageless wisdoms, things that have worked for some people that don't work for other people, but there's certain things that we know work. So if I had to ask you, as it relates to life, I just equated me losing weight with an organization becoming more inclusive. Because again, when you think about it, it's about changing your beliefs, changing your actions. It's about aligning to new goals. So we got 3 minutes, a couple minutes for you to just share really quickly before we go to our next segment called Africans on the Eastside. But can you tell us, what are those tips? What tip would you share with someone who is trying to achieve a goal, trying to be successful? What has worked for you?
Wow. And I think defining what successful means to you is the key factor, first of all, because we can be successful in certain areas of our lives. For example, I'm a parent, or in a career, or in our environment. Success can mean different things to different people. And so defining that, and then taking the uncomfortable action. One of the key priorities in our lives is to travel, to enjoy experiences, and to have the experiences that make life worthwhile, and then put a plan together of how that can come about. And so, we've done things like my husband's quit his job, and we've gone off and had these amazing experiences that have really added so much value to our life. And it, not knowing what the future held, not knowing, okay, we don't maybe have a regular income for the moment, but this is such a huge priority. And I think deciding what is a priority for you as a person,
I love it.
and then making a plan. And it does help. Like, I'm so grateful that I have my husband as a support, and having that support of somebody else. And I don't think it has to be a partner. It can be a friend. It can be someone else who supports your vision, who can help you take those steps forward, is really important as well. Because whenever we're tackling something new, it's going to feel uncomfortable. And change does that. So to have that support is invaluable.
I love it. I love it. So it looks like we were going to go to Africans on the Eastside, but I don't see Adam in her chair anymore. So we will get ready to go as soon as Dibba comes back and sits in her chair. Then we will come to Africans on the Eastside. And in the meantime, Sarah, what I wanted to do is ask if you had any words of wisdom from the book that you and I wrote in, Ignite Happiness. Oh, Adam's back. Adam's back. Okay. I'm not going to ask you a new question because I see Adam Dibba just came back to her chair. So we're going to go ahead and transition. Sarah, thank you for joining us today. We'll have you back. We'll have you back for sure. Hopefully you can join us on Thursday. We'll definitely have you back. And we're going to now transition to Africans Bigger Than Me with AOE. It's Africans on the East Side.
It's time to move east. This is Bigger Than Me with AOE.
Adam, how are you? Girl, you are so beautiful. You are so gorgeous.
I'm good, thank you.
We call you Queen Adam. Queen Adam. Give us a close-up so it's just Adam on the screen so I can just see how gorgeous he is. Adam, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Well, you're looking beautiful.
I'm
What did
doing
you
good.
What did you want to talk about? Did you hear what the lady just talked about when she said, when you're trying to be successful with a thing, you first of all clarify what does success look like, and then you get a team of people, to support you on that journey. That's exactly what you did. You said this is what success looks like, and you have a team. Tell people about AOE, Africans on the East Side, and your dream. What does success really look like to you?
I think I have Trista on the show. Is she on? Trista?
Trista? Trista comes on and she's dropping off. He said she's coming on, she's dropping off, she's coming on, she's dropping off. So she's not on yet. But when she comes on, we'll definitely bring her on. Yes.
Okay. So, what is AOE about? Like I said,
So let's talk real quick about not just what it's about, but what does success look like to you? So we talked a couple shows ago about what AOE is about. But what I'm saying is you have a vision and a dream. What does success look like to you? And we're going to...
I think success will look something very different with AOE. Success looks like if I can touch each family that have struggled, that people don't understand and people don't value. If I can empower and touch those lives every single day, then I know that AOE is doing the right thing.
I love it. Now, we also, when we think about success, and as soon as Trista comes on, we'll bring her onto the screen. But when you think about success and you think about the future with AOE, like you came in on a mission. You're like, hey, these are some of the things we're going to do. What is the future? If you could describe like the perfect future, when you could put up your, feet up on the chair for a little while and go on vacation somewhere when the work is done. What does success look like? How are people feeling? What does that community look like and feel like for you?
Well, I always say that I started here in the East Side in Bellevue, and we go all over Seattle. But my goal in life is for AOE to be in each state of America, for people to understand the value of supporting youths and families where they are at. Also, the immigrant population. Anybody who comes out in any walk of life, AOE would like to support you. So I think the journey will continue. And once I master the 50 states, and then I'm taking AOE to America, to back home to West Africa, to where we're trying to create a pen pal that we can have people communicating and doing the work.
I love it. I love it. Now, I know one of the things you said to me in our prior conversations, when you talk about what AOE is trying to do, you said you're bringing voices to the voiceless. So right now you have people in the community that don't feel heard, correct?
Yes.
They don't feel like people hear them. They feel maybe less valuable in the community. Let's also project for them. We're going into the holidays. We're going into a new year. What do you want your people to feel? Let's paint a picture for them. I want to be on the EAOE because being a part of this is I'm going to be heard. Give us a list. Like, go ahead and kind of talk to people about what they're going to actually feel.
If you're part of AOE, you already belong, because AOE is all about family, love, compassion. Nobody will judge you. Even if you come with no degree, you're welcome to come and join us. And that's what AOE is all about. We build youths. I love working with youths, and I love working with families to reach them where they are. AOE is an organization that's going to be like no other organization, because we don't judge people. We bring people in to empower, and to give them the support they need. And that's why I wanted Trista to be on, but I don't know. I don't think she's on.
So, like I said, she came on earlier on,
Yeah.
but she's not on now. We would see her pop up, like we have the StreamYard up. So if you want to text her, we got about 5 or 7, 6 more minutes to see if we can get her on. But in the meantime, I'm gonna keep talking to you because the other thing I wanted to talk to you about, Adam, I think I said, I love you. Like, I love the fact that you are a woman on a mission. Looks like Trista just jumped back on. Trista, as soon as you stabilize your camera, we'll bring you on. Looks like you're moving. So we love you because you're a woman on a mission. You've decided you pour your heart out to help others. You also have a team in place who are amazing. Tell us about Trista. Looks like she's about to get herself together. Introduce Trista for her. Who is she and how is she a part of your team?
Trista is just first of all, I think the first time I met her, she has been going through things, but we connected and we started talking about AOE, and I think we grew each other. And she's the one that helps with my calendar to keep me going, take notes at meeting, and I just love her. But I don't want to talk about her story. Trista, you go on and talk about yourself.
Yeah. Hey, Trista. How are you? So glad to have you with us today. Tell us who you are, Trista, and tell us what can you tell us about AOE and why you're involved?
Well, why don't I start by just kind of telling you guys a little bit about myself.
Please.
I come from a mixed family. I was adopted. So I didn't really meet a lot of that family until I was older. But I dealt with my sister going through a lot of stuff, being a mixed student with mostly white family. I saw a lot of struggles. I went through a lot of struggles myself, actually. I ended up in prison a few years ago. And when I got out, it was shortly after that I actually met Adam. And I was trying to find housing. I was trying to find stable work. I was trying to get my son back. There was just so much, and it was such an uphill battle. And of course, Adam was so encouraging and wonderful. And then I was finally able to get a place. I got my son home. I got my life stable. And then I ran into Adam again, and she told me about AOE, and I saw it as a perfect opportunity to be able to help others that have been struggling, or help others that have, predetermined opinions made about them. And just, I just want to help people. I just want every kid to know that they deserve every opportunity and that they are worthy. And AOE is just a wonderful opportunity for me to be able to use my story and encourage people and lift them up. And that's really all I want to do with myself. So,
Trista, you are so beautiful. I can hear the sincerity in your voice. Look at Adam smiling. Adam, what are you thinking right now? You're like, yep, that's my Trista.
Like I said, always, everybody comes from each walk of life. But if they want to change, AOE is here to help you. We don't judge anybody. You've come into AOE, you are family. We are one. And my team is amazing. I have a researcher, a data analyst. Trista works with me closely. I have Karen, my program director, and then I'm working with 2 amazing youth leaders. One is Ramo and one is Johanna. And we are learning as we are going, but we are empowering, and people are so excited to be part of it. We have a focus group yesterday, and on the 11th at 10 a.m., if anyone can join us, we're going to have another focus group based on culturally and irrelevant, how we can lead with cultures, because I'm an immigrant, my kids are born here, but how do we mix them in those cultures to have them sense of belonging and to know that there is someone there who got their back.
I love it. Oh my goodness. Trista, I'm going to come back to you. Thank you for that, Adam. Can you repeat the date and the time of that event you just said, just to make sure? I know we typically want these to be out there whenever, but we want to give people, what was the date and the time again?
October 11.
Wait a minute, today's December, so...
December.
Just saying.
December 11, and it's gonna be on Zoom. It's at 10 a.m. and anyone who wants to register can go to www.africansontheeastside@gmail.com, and anything you need is there to register and also to be part of it.
Okay, so
let's have the conversation.
She just combined two things. I heard you say www something at gmail.com. So I'm gonna break it down. I think it's www.africansontheeastside.com. Yes. And then there's a Gmail account separately. Is that right? So what's your website?
Trista, go ahead.
I'm not.
So I think there's Africans. Sorry,
it's Africans. If you want to find it too, you can go to Google and just type Africans on the East Side, and then you will find us there.
Perfect. So I think the email address was africansontheeastside@gmail.com. Yes?
Yes.
It's an email address. So there's no www needed for the email part, just so people are clear. You can email africansontheeastside@gmail.com. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And then there may be a website as well. Just Google Africans on the East Side and you'll find them. Love it. Trista, sorry. It's Trista, right?
Yes.
Tristia. Yeah, thank you. Trista, I want you to tell us, part of what Adam just said is that you belong. Africans on the East Side make sure people belong. You're immediately family. I felt that from her as well. So what we do as family here on Bigger Than Me, that's where the connection is, right? Bigger Than Me with AOE is because she wants to elevate voices, and I want to elevate your voice right now. Can you tell people, if you were talking to your son and he watches this 15 years from now and he wants to hear his mom say, what did she do to be successful? Like you just said, you got into some trouble, but now you got your son back, you got a house. So like, if you had to identify one thing that you could go back and talk to your 16-year-old self about and say, hey, this is what I would recommend for you to be successful, Trista, you're talking to yourself or you're talking to your son. What is that one piece of advice or success strategy that you would share with your son, your younger self, the people who are listening?
I think the most important thing is we all make mistakes. I mean, that's just a part of life. That's how we can correct it, and that's how we can grow. Even when I was a drug addict on the streets with nothing, I went through the hard times, but I took lessons from it. I made sure that nothing was in vain. I took notes of what I learned. I took notes of how I felt. I took notes of how other people responded or how they felt, so that when I did get my stuff together, I could use that to help others. I have this philosophy where I don't regret anything as long as you learn from it or you use it to help someone else. It wasn't a mistake.
Oh, yes. What you got to say, Adam? You like, what you got to say?
That's my girl. She's just amazing with everything else that she goes through in life. And to be part of AOE, sometimes she follows me when we go drop food to the homeless shelters. She collects blankets and take it to the homeless shelter. We know that we're doing the right thing.
I love it. So, ladies, I cannot believe we got 1 minute left. 30 seconds left. Nathan said, any final words you want to share, Adam? I'm giving them all to you.
Mr. Just share one.
Any final words?
I just want to say that AOE is a family. And when I became part of it, I didn't have a sense of culture. I didn't have a sense of self, really. And I was immediately brought into the fold and lifted up and had arms around me. And it was a wonderful experience. And I'm really grateful and honored that I get to be a part of it.
I love it. All right. Nathan just gave me the wrap up thing. We'll see you guys soon. This is Traci Harrell. Bigger Than Me. Together, it's not bigger than us. We got this.
Yeah.